Hello, sir. Good night. My name is Ramadhan, and today I would like answering about the drama text. Choice number one. I choose a melodrama. It's the Brokeback Mountain, and the film is about two men who meet on the sheep farms in the 19063 and unexpectedly develop an intimate relationship. Uh, plot Brokeback Mountain. Ennis and Jake are two freelance cowboys in charge of herding cattle. The two met when they were both employed by the owner of the sheep farms in 163. Immediately, their relationship was awkward and did not seem good. Even so, they tried to carry out their duties betting castle in the open. However, their relationships doubts after Jack helps Anis, who is injured when he meets beer drinks in the river. Anis and Jack begin to form friendships between two young people who have the same interests. However, they get involved in an unexpected romantic relationship. After the task is complete, Anis and Jake are separated because they have to return to their respective lives. Anis married a woman of his choice and had children. Meanwhile, Jake moved to Texas and married a woman named Lauren Newson. 4 years later, Ennis received a postcard from Jack saying that he coming to his town. The two meet and realize that their feelings of love never faded. And the next character and the characteristic. Ennis. A rogue manor pay ranch workers and his parents died in auto accidents when he was young and was raised. His older brothers and sister, although he falls in love with Jack twice during their summer on the Brokeback Mountains. He marries Alma Bears and his two daughters, Anis is Strick, who married in the life he has made for himself, allows himself only stolen glimpses of a happiest life he and Jack could have had with each other if circumstances had been different. Jack, a passionate, emotional ranch worker, Jack was raised on humble ranch and has a little money although he is obsessed with the glitzy rodeo lifestyle. So he is in love with Agnes. He marries Lawrence and has a son on the side. However, Jack has a affair and travel to Mexico to have sex with male prostitute. He tries to coax Ines into building a life together, but Ines resists. Ultimately, Jack dies. in a freak roadside accident that is more likely violent murder. So next, Alma bears. Anis Oang Zaffaring's wife for 9 years. Alma tolerates Annie's lack of affections, frequent trips with Jax, and poorly paying jobs, although she seems Jack and Annie's kissing. She never says a word about it until well after they are divorced. She finally confronts Annie about the Jack during Thanksgiving dinner, after which Annie storms out and does not see her again. Luren. Jack twice away. Lauren has money from her father's farm machinery business. She has a hat to four numbers, and she and Jack enjoy a financially comfortable life together when Annie calls her after Jack's death. Her tone is icy, implying that she knows all about the Annis as well as Jack, other male lovers. So Joe Aguirre, the foreman who hires Jax and Annie to work as herder and camp tender, respectively, on Brookbaker Mountain in the summer of the 163. Aguirre spies on Jack and Annie through his binoculars and later suggests to Jack that he knew what was going on between them up on Brookback and the settings. While the film is set in the Wyoming Brookback Mountain was filmed almost entirely in the Canadian Rockies in southern Alberta, Lee was given tour of the location from the story in Wyoming. Create this summary of the drama. In the Brokeback Mountain, time and place are not exactly rather they are the foundation on which character is built and divine. In introduction, the two main characters prose does not separate them from their geographic and socioeconomic origins. They varies on small pullets in opposite corner of the state check twice in a lightning flat upon a Montana border Annis Del Mar from around Sage near the Utah line. Temporal setting 2 is a critical, and the next paragraph we learn that is 1390 when Jack and Annis first meet. No characters Pro seems to say can be understood out of his or her unique context. A notions of farming by glance at the author autobiography post on her official website, which begins with lengthy history of her maternal and paternal ancestors and family lands. Indeed, the main tension of Brokeback Mountains derives from the pull of external contextual forces on the two main characters who are trapped in their circumstance like files and spiders web. In another time, in another place, Perhaps Jax and Anis could be happy together, but not in 163 Wyoming. So is number two. Explain the component of the melodrama realistic drama, the theater of absurd. So melodrama is seriously played, but the characters are not authentic as and the tragedy. In melodrama, there are elements of change, reflex, the emergence of the sentimental pity. The main character is hero who is usually in the struggle. Realistic drama, presentation of drama with the aim of the conveying a conversing representation of a real life, an authentic representation of life that is believable and could actual happen. Theater of absurd. Theater theater is that the implies atmosphere and movement that students must be aware that to understand to be absurd theater they not only need to understand word for word. So next is the number three. Find out at least two playwrights writer that the relates with and describe their works, explain their works in detail, relate with the melodrama, realistic drama, and try their absurd. Melodrama, soap opera, Beverly Hills. This television show utilizes such tall characters as Steve, the high school jock, and Andrea, the nerdy newspaper editor. Throughout the series, the characters were engaged in dramatic situations in which the audience were emotional in fast, realistic drama. The Pianist film by Władysław Spiegelman. This film tells the story of the Polish Jew musician's struggle to stay alive after Warsaw was busy during the Second World War. The Hound by Thomas Finbar tells the story of a man who becomes the target of mass hysteria after being accused of sexually abusing a child in his kindergarten class. Theater Absurd, No Exit by Jean-Paul Sartre. Sartre, along with the Annoyal and the Camus would be defined the post-war era with their unique brand of the existentialist. The drama never hitless, no exist makes views, feels clouds, provoking absurd when the religion, the hell is someone else becomes its inescapable mantra for the three traps in the waiting room of Invermore. So is a number five and number four. Sorry. Explain the elements of the melodrama, realistic drama, and theater absurd. Melodrama elements. Melodrama is a moral story that depicts the battle between good and the evil, whereas good will win and bring morality or justice in society instead of having realistic culture. Melodrama have what are known as stock characters or characters based on established personalized or stereotypes. Realistic drama. Characters are believable and engaging. The character's life, relatable or not, lives with the stories an accurate reflection of the human condition and the contemporary life with no stereotyping. There's no stereotyping. Theater of absurd. Theater that seeks to represent the absurd of human existence in a meanings universe in a strange or fantastical way. So, number five, explain the history and the origin of melodrama, realistic drama, and theater absurd. Melodrama. Melodrama is a genre that emerged in France during the Revolutionary period. That word itself literally meaning music drama or song drama derives from Greek but react the Victorian theater by the way of the French. Realistic drama. Realism in the theater is general movement that began in the 19th century theater around the 187s and the perspective through most of the 20th century it develops as the dramatic and the theatrical confrontation with the aim of bringing greater than a real life finally to text and performance. Theater absurds. The origins of the theater absurd are roasted to a fun card experiment in the art of the 190 20s and 190 30s. At the same time, it was undoubtedly strongly influenced by the traumatic experience of the horrors of the Second World War, which saw the total impairments if any value shook in the validity of any convinced and high glance the pre-securation of human life and it's a fundamental meaningless and arbitrariness, the trauma of living from 19045 on the street of a nuclear annexation also seems to have been important factor in the rise of the new chapter. So, thank you, sir.